They're alright, having an absolute rave. They're enjoying themselves today. So here we go as a crow flies over the S's. It's the Junior Rotax, heat number 4. So I was going to just get that crow off. As we keep on going to spin already on the formation lap by the number 89. Bit too aggressive on his tyre warm up, I'm guessing, on that one. So let's see what occurs in the next one as they get slowed down by the marshals for their formation lap. There's a few still struggling down around at the back. As they get told to redo their formation lap so those loads at the back can come and join the back of the grid. Now at the moment all of them being very fast going in, they need to slow down so the rest of the grid can catch up for this race. Heat number 4 for the juniors, you have Leo Purchase in on pole. And then Sam Gornall, I believe, in the top spots as well. Yep, so car 71 and 4 will be at the front for this one. Who will be in front as they get to the S's? Let's find out as they come down the main straight now to begin the Junior Rotax heat number 4. Into Billy's, they all go. Let's see who will be taken out in front at the moment. And well, it looked like it was going to be somebody. It looked like it's going to be the 71, but he's incredibly slowed down. I don't know if he's had an issue with his car or something. It has affected someone else at the front. Number 64, unfortunately, got affected on that one. Not sure what happened with him. It's the start, slowed him down incredibly slow. But Sam Gornall is the man in front now. As they come down the main straight, let's get the updates. It's car 4, followed by 94. Followed by 58, Chloe Chong up in the top 3 now. She's been making progress all day. Let's see how it goes. As they go through the S's, the rest of the pack. Number 47, Alfie Gallagher, leading the whole pack pretty much at the moment. Talking about our pole man. Well, he's currently got a contact warning. Car number 4 with the contact warning at the moment. Meanwhile, one of the cars, Leo Purchase, car 71, with an issue. He's stuck at the top of the pack. He started at the front. Had an issue coming out of the S's, so not sure what's happened there. But the top 3, there is a gap between them. 3.45 seconds between him and the rest. A few spinning in Billy's, a massive pack. Even 54 had to take the adventurous route round the S's. As we now go down the main straight, is 4 followed by 94 followed by 58. They all have a slight gap to each other, but the man to watch out for now is Leon Henderson, kart number 94, fastest man out there at the moment, 35.12, catching Sam Gorno. Chloe Chong, number 58, out there in third. Alfie Gallagher trying to catch up He has a 3.76 gap to make up. Let's see how that will go later down the road. Or may I say later down the track. As they go round into the S's. Now a contact warning given there to Callum Romain, car number 85. Not sure what happened there, but he is down in 5th position. Starting to even out a little bit out there now. Car 47 just going into Jensen's out of the top. Ben, Chloe Chong going a bit further back behind the top 3. Both Sam Gornall and Leon Henderson increasing their speeds. It's Leon Henderson that's the faster man there at the moment, the 34.87. Jamie Perrelli though down in 10th position, car number 40. He's currently doing a 34.85 for the fastest lap of this session. We shall see what occurs later down the road. Who will be faster? Will the top 2 be faster? One car off down in the middle of the horseshoe there. Not going on the mud. Nevertheless, hopefully their issue can be resolved. As he tries to make his way back on track, not trying to affect anybody else's races, but nevertheless back to the front it is. Leon Henderson closing that gap, only half a second to close up. Chloe Chong falling behind with a 1.62 second gap. Alfie Gallagher though still needs to make up his 3.5 second gap between him and Chloe Chong as they go through buttons into the top bend now. 2 minutes 58 left on the clock, plus 1 lap. Let's see what happens. Let's go down to the S's now. Who is this? Just coming out now. It's the number 40 of Jamie Perrelli. He's being pretty quick at the moment. He has Kurt number 89 and also he has Jez Williams behind him. He's been a force to be reckoned with in the other heats. He's quite low from compared to his other heats, but let's see if he'll get up the order a little bit. Leon Henderson, number 94. He's in second, but he is fast and he's closing that gap between him and Sam Gornall every single lap. Is he in striking distance yet? Jamie Perrelli's got some pace though. Car number 40, 34.6 second lap time there around Clay Pigeon. As you can see them both at the top now. Top 2, Sam Gornall, Leon Henderson, Chloe Chong. She's falling behind a little bit. The gap's getting a little bit bigger. It's now 2.1 seconds. Alfie Gallagher, is he closing the gap? He sure isn't. It's a 3.93. So the top 3 pretty much securing their places at the moment with 1.5 minutes left plus 1 lap of this race. Bumper to bumper now going into the S's. Meanwhile, a spin at Billy's has just happened. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, but nevertheless, let's see the battle between the numbers of 40 and I think that's 69. Cruz Speedman and Jamie Perrelli. Jamie Perrelli being very quick along today. Let's see where he ends up. Will he get up the grid and will he be able to catch Alfie Gallagher? The gap between Chloe Chong and Alfie Gallagher increasing again. It's now 4 seconds. They are very comfortable out in front. Meanwhile, a contact warning given to number 33, Scott Lapsley. He's chilling in 12th at the moment. As we keep going on through, what are we going to see down the road? 29 seconds, the last couple of laps. Car 4, Sam Gornall still ahead of Leon Henderson. Will Chloe Chong be closing the gap between herself and the number 94? We shall find out as the delta time does increase per lap. Jamie Perrelli really slamming down the delta time on his. And Callum Romain, let's see what happens there. We'll find out where he is just shortly on the track. But meanwhile, the top 2 just going on through. Chloe Chong is keeping herself at a distance from them. She wants that 3rd place. Alfie Gallagher still with a 4-second gap, so he looks like he'll be sticking with 4th place at the moment. But if we go down to the S's now, Jamie Perrelli, he's at number 40. He's been overtaken by the number 85, Callum Remain. As the massive train goes into the hairpin there, none of them really making a move on anybody, but it is checkered flag on the man that is Sam Gornall, Leon Henderson, and Chloe Chong. Look at the top lot, really not showing any fight. Chloe Chong throughout the day has been increasing herself on the grid, and here she's made herself into 3rd with Alfie Gallagher in 4th position. So there we go, that concludes the Junior Rotax Heat 4, and as such the 19th race of the day. We now go for the Formula Blues next, heat number 3. Let's see what occurs with that race later. Bill Art are literally having a rave down there. I'm listening to a bit of Elton John. Da 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 da. Saturday nights. So here we go, the 177, the 177 Masters Heat 3 is underway. So I've just been entertained by the lovely singing down at Birrell. I can hear you. Right, let's see what we get out of this race here. Tom Mountford will be second, on pole for this one with what looks like it to be number 33, Joe Walmsley. He's on second, he's at the front. Let's see how his race turns out, being one of the members of the kart club. He's having his go on the races. Let's see how this turns out as they just finish their formation lap. Where will Joe finish is the question. Let's go on down as they come down the main straight now to begin the 177 and 177 Masters Heat number 3, and Joe's in first. Let's see what we get as they go through past Billy's. Joe gets overtaken by 3 drivers as they go through. Car number 77, Sam Winter, is out in front currently. Let's see who is in second as we go round the hairpin. Someone skips over the grass to get into the hairpin. Fair enough. Car number 11, Philip Howarth. How does he make himself get up to these positions so quickly? He started 6th and he's already second. There it is. Let's see how it goes. Philip Howarth in second place. Sam Winter ahead. Charlie Whaley, in third position. Lewis Large, car number 8, is out in 4th. But not any more as he makes a move down the inside to claim third position as he now goes through into the horseshoe. Very interesting. Joe Walmsley starting second. He's currently 6th on the grid at the moment. Let's see. Car number 77, Sam Winter, is being hunted down by Philip Howarth as they go into Billy's now. Lewis Large has a less than a second gap between him and the number 11. So let's see what occurs later down the line. Car number 8 of Lewis Large hunting down that second place. He does have Charlie Whaley right behind him. Let's see what occurs. Number 11 hunting down Sam Winter very quickly as they go into Billy's now. Will there be an overtake by Philip Howarth, who's pretty much dominated each one of these races? There they go down the straight. Meanwhile, let's look at the grid. Who is where? Unfortunately, it looks like the number 33 of Joe Walmsley is unfortunately, he's retired from this race. Not sure what's happened with him. That is unfortunate to see from one of our club members. Anyway, club. Well, we pretty much run the club. Philip Howarth, he's in first. Hello. Sam Winter in second now, the number 77. Like I said, Philip Howarth pretty much dominating all of these heats so far. He's currently got the fastest lap, and I'm not surprised. He's got a 34.91. As there is a couple of mishaps in the exit of the S's. It looks like. Who is that? Who's going to have to fight? Is that Dan Milner, number 17? It is Dan Milner, unfortunately out of this race due to an incident there. I didn't see what happened there. Car number 22, Derek Hunt in 4th. Let's see, is Philip Howarth making a gap for himself now between him and Sam Winter, who is currently in second. Lewis Large hunting down Sam Winter as well as they go through into the horseshoe now. A massive gap between 4th and 5th. That's in Branfield. Car number 46. He has a gap between the next guy himself. Anyway, it's almost a 4-second gap. Let's see if it's increased or decreased as they go over the line now. as Derek Hunt takes the fastest lap with 3 minutes to go of a 34.84. Like I said, that gap between 46 and 22 is 4 seconds. For that car number 22, 2.69 second gap between him and 4th. So it's going to be a challenge to get back and claim it all back, as the back of the grid is all very bunched up together. A lot of them going too wide with a little touch there on the wheels of the back two. But here we go, back to the front of the grid. Philip Howarth still in front, and that delta time increasing for that gap. Nearly a second. He's got pace, Philip Howarth, and it's proven the whole entire day so far. Every heat he's got out into the top. He does have Sam Winter trying to get back at him with Lewis Large and also Derek Hunt, carts number 77, 8 and 22. Just getting at the top end now if you want to feast your eyes over there. Let's see, has this gap got bigger? It has indeed, not by much, but it's still a lot for when you're racing. Philip Howarth now going through the S's. Not much changes at the front, unfortunately. Lewis Large still hunting down Sam Winter. That fastest lap is still with Derek Hunt at the moment. If you did want to see that fastest time or any of the times, it's on the live stream. Clay Pigeon Kart Club on YouTube. Car number 46 now going over the line. 4.42 seconds to the top 4. Bit of a gap there in a second between 11 and number 77. Derek Hunt is catching Lewis Large though in kart number 8. So there might be a switch up here in the next few laps. So far 4 retirements on this race. With a total of 12 drivers still going as they come round for their next lap. Here we go, round Billy's now into the S's. Who is where? Sam Winter still in second place, but he is being hunted down by Lewis Large and Derek Hunt. Philip Howarth just really taking the win on this one already. His gap of 1 second is increasing every time, but Derek Hunt still has a lot of pace. He's just being held up and cannot find that gap. Let's go ahead. Lewis Large now in 3rd position. He's made that move going down the straight, but he is already being attacked again by Derek Hunt. He said, I want my position back, thank you. Come and claim it back another day. Or will it be later on? They're still challenging, so the time and time again. Car 22 going out of the horseshoe into Buttons now. Will Lewis Large get ahead to claim that 3rd spot again as the top? As Philip Howarth comes on through. That gap of 1.29. Derek Hunt again still in 3rd position. That top 3 spot is getting challenged hard. It is the last lap though, so will there be a change or not? 11 drivers still out on track. Let's see what happens as they go through Buttons now. Car 8, Lewis Large not being able to make a charge, unfortunately. So it is Philip Howarth, number 11, who will take the checkered flag, with Sam Winter in 2nd place. Derek Hunt, kart 22, right at the end, taking the fastest lap of that race of a 34.82. It's not been stolen by any other drivers yet, and as all drivers are through, it has been claimed by Derek Hunt. 34.82 for that race. And that race being number 21. We have 12 races left to go, 3 of them being heats, and some of them being and the rest of them being the finals, which is going to be very interesting later on. as the swarm of cadets come out of the pit lane. Here we go. It's the cadets for their heats. For their fifth and final heat, may I say. The 22nd race of the day. Let's see how this one goes. Lots of drivers out there, a total of 31 going over the line. So let's see how they go. They get 2 formation laps as they do. So what are we going to see in a minute? Who will be starting on pole? It will be Ethan Griffiths, and Leon Hasty will be taking the 2nd position. That's kart numbers 91 and obviously Leon Hasty in 80. This rolls off the tongue for me. If you want to see the grid very quickly, it's live on the YouTube channel, Pigeon Kart Club. There we go, kart number 20 just going over the line in last. That's a very long line of cadets. And that is a very long line of spectators along the main straight. So let's see, as they get slowed down for the rest of the grid to catch up, what are we going to see in the 5th and final heat for the cadets? This one's going to get spicy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we're going to get. They all get up to the top bend. Is it a go, go, go for the cadets as they come on down the main straight now? Let's begin. It's the cadets for heat 5. In a minute, because they've got to go around again because they are too fast coming over the line. False started. They really need to slow down out there at the moment. The excitement will restart shortly. They were just a little bit too fast. So here we go, slowed down by the marshals again. Let's see what will happen. Same as before. In a moment's time. Here we go, coming down the straight now. This one's definitely a start. It begins, it's heat 5 for the cadets. Officially underway, let's see what will happen in the first couple of corners. No incidents to report there. Straight through the S's, the number 80 of Leon Hasty in front at the moment, but does have a Brian Oscar Tumity right behind him. Let's see what happens here. The numbers are as far as car 80, followed by 9, followed by 5, Lewis Islin. These two were very close together, if I remember rightly. They both had the fastest lap time in the last race. Meanwhile, back of the grid, making the track wider. Nevertheless, let's continue on, as the front 3 are literally a train. As we just wait for the timing screens to update for me, as I can post up, but it's car 80, followed by 5, followed by 9. Let's see what occurs in the next couple of laps. Car number 9 just backing off slightly. Oscar Tumity in 3rd position at the moment. Lewis Islin in 2nd. But he is battling for Leon Hasty, car number 80's position, as they come down the main straight now. What are we going to see? Will Leon hold his position? Unfortunately, he's just been overtaken by Lewis Islin on the entrance to Billy's as they now go through the S's and down to the back straight. Kart number 9 right at the back of Leon Hasty. Let's see what occurs as they go round the hairpin now. Past the marshal posts into the horseshoe. Going back a bit, car 4's got 4 of them behind him. Standard, there it is. Joshua Graham, car number 4, he's holding up the grid from 11th downwards, trying to get into that battle for 10th, but it is the battle that's in ahead. Lewis Islin in front of everyone at the moment. Kart number 5, Oscar Tumity with the fastest lap at the moment, which has just been stolen by Max Cuthbert. He seems to get some pace later down the road. 40.58 second lap time he's just produced. Down in 15th at the moment. Let's see if we'll get any higher up later in the race. Meanwhile, There is a massive queue of cadets for that first place. The battle is high. The battle for first and the battle for fifth. Let's see what happens as they come down the main straight now. Let's see what changes as they go into Billy's. What do we see? No changes as of yet. They're waiting as they still got a solid 4 minutes left of this heat. Here we go. That looks like car number 9 making a dart down the inside, and it works out for him at the moment. Currently sitting in second as they go into the horseshoe. Followed by 80, followed by 17. Elliot Potter coming out of nowhere here. As they now come down the main straight. Car number 5 and 9. Lewis Islin and Oscar Tumlety. Round into Billy's now, the 2 queues of 4s. The cadets came in 2x2 last time. They come in 4x4s on this one. Let's see what happens as they go round the hairpin and towards the horseshoe. Not really much change going on. A few switches a little bit further back. 5th downwards, there's a challenge there. As we have a look, the top 4 really close behind with the other 4. The number 75 there, Thomas, is trying to make a move when he wants to try and get past. Unfortunately, he needs to be patient and wait to see if that gap will come and get ahead of any of those guys in front. Now, what else are we going to see from the cadets? A little bit of a sprawl, 3 wide and a little pinch from the 2 cadets there on the 46. Oscar just getting pinched by 2 of them. Not by his own fault. Nevertheless, that squished him down a few positions. Still, car 5's in the lead. Car 80 and 49. Car 80 and 17 still having a battle. Leon Hasty is still in 3rd. Starting first in this race. Noah Pite, car number 20, taking the fastest lap at the moment. 14.38 second lap time. Very close together, the top 8 pretty much. 9th and 10th are having a battle of their own. Number 65 and 20, Noah Pikes and Owen Neve. They're both having a battle. Obviously, Noah Pikes at the moment technically the fastest cadet out there for this heat. As we now come down, it's 2x2 by 3 and 46. Oscar O'Sullivan just chilling back a little bit, where Lewis Islin and Oscar Tumlety are trying to pretty much, well, will it be a repeat of last time? Pretty much, will they both have the same lap times, or will it be different? We'll find out in just a few moments' time. 3rd, 4th and 5th very close together. Cole Denholm, he's coming up the rear. Looks like they're all the same team, so they're pretty happy all together. They know each other very well. As they now come down the main straight now, it's still Lewis Islin in front, 58 seconds on the clock as they go over the line. Let's see what occurs in the next few lots. 75, Thomas, he's up into 5th position according to the timing screen. Let's see what happens here in a few moments. Here we go, coming out of the top corner now. There's still time on the clock, so this will be the penultimate lap right here. Let's see what occurs. It's 5 followed by 9 followed by 80 followed very closely by 17. There is hardly any time at all between any of these cadets right now. Very close together. Will the number 9 try and make a move is a question to be asked, and at the moment it's not proven that is going to be possible at the moment. Leon Hasty in the car number 80, he's still in 3rd position. He's happily defending off Elliot Potter. Cole Denholm's currently in 6th with the rest of his teammates by the looks of it, Noah Barham and Oscar O'Sullivan. There's a train of the same coloured carts That is number 75, 49 and 22. Yes, they are the same team as they go through into the S's now. The car number 5, Lewis Islin, very strong today, and he's still strong in this heat. As this is the last lap, will there be any last minute changes to this grid? We only have a few corners to see what will happen as they go through buttons into the top corner now. Any changes between Lewis Islin and Oscar Timlety? Will we get anything? And it is not at the moment. It's car number 5, Lewis Islin, that takes the checkered flag for this race. The final heat won by Lewis Islin, with Thomas in car number 75 taking the fastest lap out there, 40.19. Not a lot of battling going on with the top lot. Lewis Islin and Oscar really just challenging each other, being bumper to bumper for pretty much every lap. The cadets do come in 2x2s for first, the battle for first and the battle for third. But your top lot as follow: kart 5 followed by kart 9, 80 in third position, kart 17, Elliot Potter in 4th, and Cole Denholm, kart number 49, chilling in 6th position. Owen Neve making and finalising the top 10. So that's all of the cadets heats completed, as we now head over to the senior road tax once again for the 23rd race of today. Only 10 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we get with the senior road taxes very, very shortly. So, when I said really shortly, they're out now as I get a short glimpse of Michael Jackson down behind me. Let's see what the senior road tax will provide as the grid is on the screen for those who are watching on the YouTube. So kart 5 and 52 will be your 2 front runners for this race as they get slowed down once again by the marshals to get them lined up. Let's see what will come of this race. And what will be the next song I hear behind me once this is over from the Birrell Art lot. Someone's broken down and stopped over on buttons and managing to get it going, luckily. So they'll be able to join the back of the grid last minute as they come down the main straight now to begin the senior road tax heat 5. Let's go to see what we get. Any collisions here? No, which is all good news, because who is out in front right now? It is car number 5, Tom Edmonds. He is out in front with Tim and Rourke out number 52 in 2nd position. Tyler Jex, he's up there. Car. He's in number 78. I think he's fallen back a few places. He's in 5th. Kai Hunter, I think that was him. I spotted him in 3rd. Let's see where it comes as it gets all updated on the timing screens for you now. Number 52 in 2nd place, Kai Hunter. In 3rd, car number 39 in 4th, Tyler Jex. I was correct, he was down in 5th position. Let's see if he'll make up any spaces as he's getting hunted by all of the other karts there. Someone getting a poor exit and getting stuck on the sausage curb coming out of the S's down the start of this back straight. He's popped himself unfortunately down the back and is now at the back of the grid. As we now come back to the top, where the man of car number 5, Tom Edmonds, taking 1st position at the moment and the fastest lap currently, 34.53. He's making a gap between him and Kai Hunter, but Kai Hunter is hunting him down. No pun it's intended. But here it is. Kart number 52, a short gap to him and 2nd place of Kai Hunter, so he's got some ground to make up. He does have competition behind him. Let's see where everybody is at the end of this one as they come on down. There it is, the number 39 of Edward Matthews in third position right now. And Teddy Clinton, car number 6, he's getting mentioned yet again because he's got the fastest lap of this heat so far with 34.23. As Tom Edmonds and Kai Hunter start breaking away from the rest of the pack, Edward Matthews has some ground to make up here as they go over the line. That gap is going to increase 1.13 seconds between him and Kai Hunter, which, by the way, Kai Hunter, fastest lap of this so far, 33.99. That means he is catching Tom Edmonds. He is, like I said before, hunting down for that top spot as he goes round into Buttons now and through the top bend. Let's see what we get. Coming down the line, over when they come, Tom Edmonds still ahead of Kai Hunter, who is also still improving his lap times time and time again, eating away at those extra few seconds out there on the circuit. Edward Matthews being hunted down by car number 15, Sean Butcher. Teddy Clinton, car number 6, he's currently rocking 5th position. He had the fastest lap earlier in the session. Will he be able to gain any more time later on as car 5 and also Kai Hunter coming through? Sean Butcher making up a spot. Car number 15 is currently at the front of the pack, ahead of 39 and number 6. Teddy Clinton is making up some pace here, but the gap between Kai Hunter and also Sean Butcher is nearly 2 seconds. Meanwhile, back over at Billy's where our front runners will be shortly. Cart has unfortunately broken down as the marshals go and run to him very, very quickly. Tom Edmonds and Kai Hunter just across the line now. No overtaking in Billy, so all the work and challenges will have to be made in the next couple of corners. Now it looks like it's the car of number 89, Poppy Stevenson, who is broken down there. According to the timing, unfortunately. As we keep going through, Tom Edmonds still ahead of Kai Hunter at the moment. Nobody being able to beat the lap time, unfortunately. Not sure what's happened here. I think I was incorrect. I think that was the number 27, Lewis Halliday, that had the issue there. Not Poppy Stevenson. Not sure what's happened there. Who comes over the line? I was correct. Sorry. I think Lewis Halliday's had an issue elsewhere. Nevertheless, let's continue and move on. Tom Edmonds is in the top spot still. Kai Hunter. Teddy Clinton making a spot up. He's now in 4th position. He's now going to be getting onto that number 15, number 39, Edward Matthews right behind Teddy Clinton. Archie Brown has a gap between him and Lewis Gilbert. Meanwhile, Sean Butcher's got a lot of ground to make up. The gap between him and Kai Hunter is over 2 seconds. So let's see what happens next, as there's 1 minute 23 on the clock. What will we see? So let's head over to the horseshoe here. That is cart number 15 and number 6. Sean Butcher is being hunted down by Teddy Clinton. Trying to find another word other than Hunter, but never mind. Kai Hunter, 2nd place still, and he's trying to get that gap even smaller. Unfortunately, nobody able to beat that fastest lap time. Kai Hunter still with that 33.91 lap. Back down in lap number 5. So let's see. Teddy Clinton still trying to catch Sean Butcher. It looks like that gap is closing lap on lap. There's not many laps left. This is definitely going to be the penultimate lap as there's 10 seconds left on the clock. So the penultimate lap is here. They don't have a lot of time to make a move on one another. Teddy Clinton needs to make some moves and try and find those extra seconds in the next few the next few corners. So let's see how it goes as car 5, Tom Edmonds, makes his way through buttons and down to the top bend. What are we going to see now as they come through for the last lap board? Here we go, the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. What are we going to see? Sean Butcher still ahead of Teddy Clinton at the moment, and there's a battle right behind those two. Let's see who that is. That is the number 38 and 79. Archie Brown realises this is the last lap. I need to make a move. Does he do it? He tries to start down the inside and doesn't stick. Unfortunately, tries to do it again. And it doesn't stick. Unfortunately, it looks like Archie Brown will be staying where he is in 6th position. Meanwhile, across the line goes Tom Edmonds ahead of Kai Hunter. Kai Hunter hunting down every lap and unfortunately not being able to get that top spot, but the gap between him and Sean Butcher increasing every lap. 2.67 gap between second and third. There was no catch in those two at all. As all of the seniors now make their way into the pit lane, into scrutineering, we now feast our eyes onto the final heat of the day. Race number 24, the Junior Rotax Heat 5. This one could get exciting. The last heat of the day will be out very shortly. Fortunately, no music from Birrell Art at the moment. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the final heat of the day. It is that Junior Rotax heat number 5, race number 24 out of 33, 9 to go. As once this heat is over, we go into the finals, and that's going to get very competitive then. So let's see what we're going to get out of this heat. Heat number 5, you've got kart 64 and 8 will be your front to the grid on the YouTube live stream. As the fence gets pretty busy with spectators now, let's see what we get. Let's see what these drivers can produce for this heat number 5. Here we go as they come down the main straight to begin the Rotax, the Junior Rotax Heat 5. As they all go through with no issues, apart from the number 31 that's unfortunately had a little bit of an engine issue there by the looks of it. Can he get going again? We shall find out. Also another driver taking the grass routes of the back straight, but nevertheless, let's keep going. Who's that with a clear lead at the moment? That's number 8, Daniel Armstrong. He's out in front by a country mile at the moment. He's managed to break away from the rest of the grid. Let's see what happens. Yellow flags down at Billy's. It was the car of number 47 not being able to make it, unfortunately. as they go past through all of the rest of the grid to the S's. Who's out in front? And it's still that Daniel Armstrong in the number 8. That gap was less than a second. Is it going to be closed by Ryan Willis, as he is right behind him now? Also Donovan Dyer, car number 64, in third position at the moment. Looking back to see who's there. Number 82 saying hello, I am here. As they go on by, let's see. Well, nothing should change when you're going through a yellow flag section, but nonetheless, let's see what goes on. Wolfie's eyes back down to the hairpin. What are we going to see? There's a few mix-ups in there. Number 82 looking to go down car 64's side there. Not sure if we're going to see any change with those two. I'm sure we will, though. There's still a few laps to go. 5 minutes 16. There's a car still being recovered down at the Billy's at the moment. Third position at the moment being hunted down by car number 82. Matthew Lambert is going down the outside of him to try and get the inside. Staying side by side the whole way, going round number 76. Alfie Davies trying to make a move as well. Let's see what that mix-up has done to the order as they come down the main straight now. Daniel Armstrong with a gap between him and Ryan Willis increasing, but Matthew Lambert, number 82, is ahead of Donovan Dyer. There is a train of them. Will Matthew Lambert make a break from that train as they all go darting? Two drivers darting down the inside. That's made somebody. Who's that that's just snuck through? Let's have a look. Going down the inside again. Had a collision effect in the 78th race. We'll find that shortly. There's definitely going to be a contact warning with that one coming through. But let's see who it was. That was the number 49. Trying to snuck through Daniel G. Fast as that time at the moment, 34.97. But unfortunately, let's see where else, who is where, and what is what. Front two running away from the rest of the grid. Daniel Armstrong and Ryan Willis, they're going to have their battle later on. Third, fourth, and fifth and sixth all having battles as well. As the number 49 again, Daniel G down the inside, car 40, Jamie Perrelli getting a contact warning, and Oliver, car number 26, he's in third getting the contact warning too. Both of those drivers with their appropriate contact warnings for what they did. Let's see, cuts number 26 and 49 both together. There's yellow flag down at Billy's. I cannot see what's happened there, but we'll find out in a minute, as no action will be able to be unfolded in a minute. Car 49, Daniel G really getting aggressive as he darts down the inside in the hairpin, and out the horseshoe he comes in third position. He wants to catch up with the other two. Where are they going to appear out of car number 49, Daniel G? And car 40, Jamie Perrelli, 34.73 at the moment. That's his fastest lap time, and he is the fastest man out there currently. The issue is getting sorted down at Billy's. The gap between second and third is increasing 2.73 seconds. I'm sure that's going to increase later on down the line as well. 2 minutes left on the clock. Let's see what we get as we go along. The number 99, that looks like, on the 71, trying to make a move down the outside but doesn't stick. Car 8 and 42, that gap is closing. Ryan Willis really wants to get that first position. Daniel G, though, another fastest lap. He's trying to escape from the rest of the pack. He's just put a 34.7. Let's see what else happens. Third position at the moment, still Daniel G in there. Is he going to make an even faster lap? The gap between first and second being roughly the same as it was as the rest of the pack. Let's get your top 10 at the moment. It's kart 8, followed by 42, followed by 49, followed by 26, followed by kart 40. Surely it would change as we have a few karts going down the back straight, some going down the outside and some in the inside. There is kart number 82, Matthew Lambert. He's in 8th position at the moment. But the gap between second and third is over 2 seconds at the moment. Will Daniel G be able to get those positions and get slower and slower each of the last 2 laps? With 21 seconds remaining, what are we going to see? Oh, and a little collision there down at the hairpin as I was taking a drink. Let's see who they were. A little bump there that's affected both of their races slightly. That was the number 76 and looks like 69. We'll have a look, see what happens. Ethan Lomax, the number 99, get a contact warning on that one. The gap between Daniel G and Ryan Willis though on this last lap. It's got smaller, little dart down the inside there for the number 64 on the 82. That is for 11th position there. Will he be able to get into the top 10 in the next few corners? Meanwhile, back at the front, Daniel G doesn't really have any more time to catch second and first. Daniel Armstrong takes the checkered flag. On that one, Ryan Willis in second position and Daniel G taking a third. The number 49 there. Top 3 going Daniel, Ryan, Daniel. As they all go over the checkered flag there. A few drivers out of this race, unfortunately. Very good race there from the middle of the pack. A couple of contacts along the way, but nevertheless, that does conclude the heats for today. So now that's all the heats out of the way. That's 24 heats completed. 24 races done. We now head over to the finals. That will be starting later on. It's going to get exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the start of the finals. And it's the Cadet B final that we will begin with. Race number 25 out of 33 for the day. As they go around for their 2 formation laps. Get their tyres nice and warm, ready for this final. What are we going to see? Now we're going to see the same as we said in the heats. We shall find out in a minute. If you want to see the live timing for this one, it will be on the YouTube live stream, which is still going. Been on and off all day, but it's still going right now. Kart number 91 will be at the front alongside kart 13. They'll be your front runners. Sorry, kart number 19, kart 13 will be on the second row, and kart 44 will be on the second row alongside him. Nevertheless, as they get slowed down, going around the corner, it looks like it's not done well just yet. Let's see what will happen as they go towards the top corner. As they all get grouped up now. Here we go. Round the top bend, down the main straight. Already 3 wide before they even go across the line. Not sure what's going to happen there. Has it begun? It sure has. As they go around the top bend into the S's, the Cadet B final underway. Here is that in front. It's the number 91, Ethan Griffiths. Let's see as we go through into the horseshoe now. Who is it going to be? Still out in front is the number 91, followed by the number 19, I think that is. Let's see as they go through up into the top bend. Lots of excitement here as they go down the main straight. And is that an overtake being attempted? There it is. This number 19. As he is. What will he do as he goes on through? Let's get your order for you. It's number 91, followed by kart 19, followed by kart 98. But that is no longer the question. Kart 19, Lucas Howell. He's up in the front, leading the pack with the fastest lap as well. Kart number 77 getting a contact warning as well from the opening lap. But it is very close still. 6 cars in a line ready to go. Swapping places every now and then. As they come on through. Down the straight is side by side. The number 94 and 19. 44 making it nearly 3 wide. And it is practically 3 wide as they go into it. But it looks like someone snuck through down the inside as they go through the S's. That is the number 19 again, Lucas Howell, on this final. Taking a wide entrance into the hairpin, which actually has worked out for him. Unfortunately, not into the horseshoe. The number 44, Cameron Nelson, taking this one at the moment. As they go over the top bend, down the main straight, it is 3 of them in a row. This is a 3 to look out for. They're going to be very competitive. Who makes a lunge into Billy's? There's nobody at the moment, but who else will it be? Well, actually, they make it a little bit later on. Car number 71 there, Jack Price. Where is he going to get on this grid? As they go on through round the horseshoe, currently number 44, Cameron Nelson, leading the grid. But defending off Lucas Howell. Cameron Nelson also getting a contact warning. The man out in front with the warning. As Lucas Howell is right behind him. What are we going to see? Sorry, not Lucas Howell, it's Jack Price behind him. Number 71 as they're side by side going round Billy's into the S's. Jack Price now leading the way in this final. 5 minutes left on the clock still to go. Everything can change. There is a spin down out of the S's. That is kart number 86. Let's see what occurs now as we are now going to look back at the top of the grid. Is it still the number 71 of Jack Price in first? Because it can change coming down the straight here. But it is at the moment. Let's have a look at this grid at the bottom. 98 trying to look going down the inside of 84. Let's have a look down the inside, darting past the number 98 on 84. That, by the way, fastest lap, Harley Musk and the novice, 41.1 out there, and a contact warning yet again for car number 77. He's got to be careful out there. Any more warnings could penalise him. As we now keep going, looking back at the front, there is the top three, pretty much separated from fourth position at the moment. It is Jack Price still leading the way though. Let's see what happens now. Through the S as they go. Had a look back, kart 98 defending off the grid. Who is behind him though? It is the number 84. Looking down his inside. Car number 87 at the back of that lot, waiting for someone to make a mistake so he can go on through. But unfortunately at the moment that is not the case. They're all still solid where they are. The number 44 looking to go past the number 71 at the front there, right on his back bumper. Will he make any moves in the next couple of corners, or will it just be those two together for the rest of the race? Still 2 minutes 55 seconds left on this clock as they go round out of the hairpin now into the horseshoe. There is yet no movements from the top, pretty much the top six. So going past the line now, the number 44, Cameron Nelson, not doing many overtakes. Meanwhile, a lap ago, even Norris getting a contact warning. Currently sat in 16th position as we now go back to the front, where not a lot of action is happening from these two, but the number 44 trying to is best to get at Jack Price in first position. Still with 1 minute 50 seconds left on the clock. There's still all to play for at the moment, as there is a dart down the inside by one of the cadets through buttons there. He's now coming out of the top corner at the front of that pack. Who is it at the front of that pack? That is the number 77 of Sam Green Gomez. He's now leading that pack, but he has just been overtaken by the guy behind him of Ethan Griffiths. Car 31 given a contact warning. Down in 15th position, Alexander. Well, there's not much other changes to really report on here in this Cadet B final. Don't forget the top four get to go into the back of the A final. So let's see what we get as they go through the S's now. Jack Price. Here we go. Second and third have a little swap. Car number 98 and 19 having a swap of positions. They're now third and fourth respectively, but they have a train of the other cadets from fifth downwards. We have two novices in that little pack. They're doing very well out there. Let's see where else we go as they are now back at the top bend. 32 seconds left on the clock. This will be most likely their penultimate lap. So let's see what occurs. The number 71 of Jack Price still out in front. Luca Holmes Balak, number 99, holding the fastest lap at the moment. A little speedy novice he is. But there really is no change in that front pack. Both Jack Price and Cameron Nelson are just sticking behind each other because they have one lap left to try and make a change in their positions. Will they just go for first and second? Hang on a second. The number 71, Jack Price, he started into the pit lane. I'm not sure what's happened there. That really changes things up. Cameron Nelson now in the lead. Not sure, Jack Price had an issue somewhere. Really not sure what's happened there. That's actually quite surprising. He was running in first and he's just darted off. But nevertheless, that means Cameron Nelson is in first place for this race. That was actually really confusing. Number 44 has taken the checkered flag on that one. And cart number 98 and 19 taking second and third. And cart number 54, Levi, in fourth position. Those four potentially having the shot at the next final for the cadets. That is really confusing why Jack Price has gone into the pit lane. Not sure what issue he had there. But there we go. Unfortunately, one of the other cadets right at the end of the race losing a bit of power there. Not sure what's happened. But yeah, that was the Cadet B final with that confusing first place to pit lane. But nevertheless, I'm sure we'll find out about that later on. But that is the Cadet B final done. Race number 25 complete out of 33. So, Senior Rotax B final is now next. That's also going to be pretty competitive.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Okay, in that Honda Cadet B final, I have two reports for you, mate. The first one, 7-7, made contact with 9-6. Taking both of them, mate. Yeah, first half, I've had all afternoon to grab something, apart from a quick break earlier.
Yeah, okay. Time peak, are you available, please? Yes, Steve, go ahead.
Is it possible that you could knock 2 minutes off the A finals, please? 2 minutes off the A finals, thank you.
Yes, we'll do. Timekeeping to Chris Neal, I'm assuming. Sorry to push you. How are you getting on with Genie Max?
Let's go.
Very much, but okay.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Senior Rotax B final. Out now, race number 26 of the day, which unfortunately, just looking out to my left, rain coming down over Clay Pigeon. Hopefully it won't get too wet out there. We want to have a dry day, but that rain is starting to slowly come as they go around for their again for their formation lap, as we have a few stragglers down at the back, and one just popping out the pit lane. If he can make it back quickly enough. Who will be at the front of this Senior Rotax B final? Well, I can tell you shortly. It's car 51 and 55. As they go around again for the second formation lap, due to a few people being a bit late behind, but nevertheless, 59 and 87 will be in the second row of this one, and 32 and 60 will be taking the third row of this grid. Which one of those six will be at the front, which I'll find out shortly. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, as they go past Marshall Post 6 at the top of the track. Let's see what occurs at the start of this Senior Rotax B final. Who will be in front after they go past the start of the line? This is the Senior Rotax B final is underway, and a lot of very twitchy there from one of the drivers currently sat in third position. I really think that little rain has hopefully not affected it too much, but nevertheless, let's keep on going as we go down to the front of the grid. Who is leading? And the leader is currently number 51, Alex Hughes. He's out at the start of the grid. We'll be keeping an eye on this rain, as we really hope it doesn't come down. We don't want a wet race anymore for today. Car 51 followed by 59, followed by 55. Reese Hurd and Spencer Shinner being the second and third place drivers as they go through, and a spin at Billy's, or was it? I'm not sure if someone's broken down there, but nevertheless we'll continue on. As they go through the horseshoe now, the top five drivers very close together. One of those drivers being number 52, Teeman Rourke. Let's have a look as we keep on going through the race. It is Alex Hughes leading this race. Fastest driver out there currently is James Moorcroft in car number 21. He's currently chilling in the top 10, only just about though, as they go down through the hairpin into the horseshoe now. And as it pops on my screen, unfortunately, the driver in fourth position, that bumper is falling off, unfortunately. Teeman Rourke has to retire from this race with the technical flag, unfortunately for him. That puts Harrison Crook up the ladder. He'll be in fourth position once he retires later on. An unfortunate thing there for one of the team play members. Number 72, Harrison Crook. He's leading the short little pack. I think they're more worried there, hoping that bumper doesn't fall off, but nevertheless, the current 59 and 55, Reese Hurd and Spencer Shinner, the two teammates, they are battling over there. As Alex Hughes is trying to make amends, it does look like number 52. Will he be taking that technical flag? It's the second time it's gone out for him. Really doesn't want to ignore that flag, so that'll be even more trouble for him later by the stewards. But nevertheless, let's see, we'll go into the pit lane shortly. He is creating a gap for the fourth, well, what will be the fourth place, number 21, James Moorcroft, making a few spaces. Will he dart into the pit lane? No! He needs to come in. That bumper is hanging off. He doesn't want to refuse. That is the third mechanical flag shown at him. Oh dear. Meanwhile, the top three very close together as they go on through. Alex Hughes still leading the way. Fast driver out there at the moment is James Moorcroft, 34.11. Out there on the grid. Let's just see if the number 52 does dart into bits, and he does indeed. Third time's a charm, but he did get black flagged on the last one. But he has come in. James Moorcroft now up into fourth position as that switches the grid up a little bit. The top three very close together of Alex Hughes, Reese Hurd and Spencer Shinner. Those three close. And there will be a battle commencing with 4 minutes 14 on the clock for this final. Don't forget these B finals 8 minutes long, and the finals themselves being 10 minutes. As we keep going down the line, car number 51 still in the lead. Number 21, James Moorcroft, is trying to make some space up. He's managed to get away from the rest of the pack and carrying on now to catch up with the top three. So it'll be 4 of them. Number 21 being the fastest out there again. Number 30 with a 33.96. He's going to make that a battle of 4 instead of 3. Meanwhile, a little bit further back, as we can see there, number 47, Lewis Harvey. He had a bit of a mare back in the last heat. He was at the back. It seems like he's, well, near the front again. He seems to be doing that all day. But luckily for the B final, he's getting there a bit faster up. Fortunately, a little bit further back. Troubles here for the number 72, that is, Harrison Crook. Respectively keeping his exhaust noise low. That is much appreciated, but nevertheless, Alex Hughes is in the lead. He wants number 72, Harrison Crook, does want to get back into pit lane and not cause huge issues with the yellow flag for a few laps. But the top 4 really close together. The gap between 4th and 5th though is 1.6 seconds. But let's keep an eye on any changes in the top lot. James Moorcroft has overtaken Spencer Shinner though, as it goes 51, 59, 21, 55 for your top 4. Don't forget these 4 will be in the back of the A final. As they go down now the main straight. 21 looking to get ahead, and he does indeed. James Moorcroft just after the line and over the clean gets ahead using that curve. He's now into second place, looking to bite the tail of Alex Hughes. He goes for it down the inside and does indeed takes that top spot now. Alex Hughes, sorry, no, Reese Hurd. No, James Moorcroft, everybody's changing. James Moorcroft ahead of everyone. They will all update on time screen, so I will not continue to get confused, as it's easily done for me. And number 21, James Moorcroft, fastest lap of the 3.395, the fastest man out there, and it is showing as he has overtaken everybody to get into that first top spot and breaking away already. Alex Hughes in second now. Let's have a look down the grid. Is there any other overtakes possible from my eyeballs? And we can't really see any apart from 2 quite near the back there. We have number 23 and 91 both together having a battle. That's Sophie Jeffrey and Jamie Tilsled. So Nicole Sutherland making a move on Lewis Harvey during that lap. Number 22 in 6th position. James Moorcroft still ahead, being that number 1 driver for Team Claim there. Tyler Jack's a familiar name that we've had throughout the day. He's chilling down in 14th. That's kart number 78. But that gap between James Moorcroft and Alex Hughes is increasing. It's over half a second. So I wonder what we're going to get now as they go on through. Ben Page a few laps ago getting a contact warning as well. 4 retirements so far out of this race. 19 drivers still going round happily. But let's see where we go. So we keep going around the circuit. What is where and who is what. And it looks like the number 77 is going to have to come in. That looks like another bumper issue, as it's coming off. There it is, the mechanical flag for the number 77. That's the end of his race. He was sitting in 12th position. Unfortunately, he's going to have to retire from this race. An unfortunate end of his day there, as they keep going round. For what is now the checkered flag. James Moorcroft taking the checkered flag there. Alex Hughes in second place. Reese Hurd in third. Spencer Shinner, car number 55, in fourth position. All four of those drivers getting their back seats into the back of the grid of the A final later on. That is race number 26 out of 33 done. 7 to go, as we get ready for the Junior Road Tax B final very soon. That's another one to watch.
Anybody that feel like racing? We've had a quick schedule change, so maybe an extra minute to Right, thank you.
Yeah, I just sorted out Minimax again, then again, back to Julian. Minimax coming in next? Yeah, Minimax next, please.
Mark always to Harry Capital.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a mix up to the lineup here. We have the Minimax A final this time. They're going to come out before the next B final happens. So as they get slowed down for the formation lap, a few people still coming out of the S's. So I feel like there might not be a successful start to begin with, but yes, this is the Minimax final, which will be starting soon, and it looked like, as most of the grid aren't there, there might have to be a restart. Let's find out in just a few moments' time, as they're all coming up to the slot. Get ready for what will be a reformation lap. So as we get the final few to join the back of the grid, they get slowed up to redo it. Who will be at the front? Let's see what the first few karts will be at the front. It looks like it will be number 21 and kart 4, Ethan Jeff Hall and Andrew Douglas. They are definitely two people to watch out for in this race. Let's see what will happen as they go through Button slowly for the end of their formation lap to begin the Minimax final. As they come from the top bend down the main straight. What are we going to see? The Minimax final is underway as they go over the start finish into Billy's. What will happen as they go through? Some of them nearly three wide, literally going into the S's. The middleman backing down. That's the number 36 of Blake Tyser, having to back out of that 3 wide. But who is that out in front? Taking the lead at the moment, it is that number 21, Ethan Jeff Hall. I told you at the beginning during the formation lap, that is one to watch, and he's already broken away from the rest of the pack. Who's going to chase him down though? It might be Andrew Douglas in kart number 4. Is he still behind him? He isn't. He is actually being held up. Oh, he's got Blake Tysus behind him. But Ethan with nearly a second gap already. Contact warning to number 36 for the opening lap. But it is kart 6 and 4, and Aaron Full and Andrew Douglas, they've had some battles in the past already. And there they are, both at the front as they go round the horseshoe into Buttons at the moment. Obviously named after Jensen Button. As they come on through down the main straight. Number 21, Ethan, with a 1.1 second gap that has increased and got larger. Not sure if that's going to get smaller. Kart 4 followed by 6, followed by 90. They're getting challenged as that looks like the number 47 of Scott Marsh trying to make a move on him. It is all eyes from second downwards at the moment, as kart 4 and 6 have their battle of their own. I do say 4 and 6, Andrew Douglas must be ahead in second position at this time as they come down the main straight to give you the second order with 8 minutes 12 on the clock. Yes, these finals are 10 minutes, not 12 minutes. But Harrison Crowther getting and receiving his contact warning there. Fastest man out there at the moment is the number 36, Blake Tysers. 36.14 at the moment. There's still less than 8 minutes left on the clock, but that gap from Ethan Jeff Hall and Andrew Douglas, 1 second, 0.4. That has got increased incredibly. Will Ethan be walking away with this one from the beginning? Number 4 making a move down the inside. A little tap there by the 49 on Aaron Full there. Luckily not enough to wiggle him off. But as he gets pushed out, number 47 back down a few places. This is one to watch. Somebody's darting down the inside there. Who is that at the back of the pack? That is the number 7. Number 7 with Harrison Crowther. Did get a contact warning earlier. Luckily, he didn't make a contact then. As they come down the main straight now, Ethan Jeff Hall over the line. fastest man out there now. That gap, 2 seconds. Is anybody actually going to get and close that 2-second gap? Meanwhile, double overtake there by the number 90 and 36 on Aaron Full there. As they come through the horseshoe, into the horseshoe. The number 6 there. Currently the 4th man in that pack. Currently sitting in 6th and being challenged once again. As they come down the main straight. Down the inside goes that 47. A little hop and a skip as he's on the grass for the overtake. I think he realised where the track ended there. Nevertheless, that gap between Ethan and Andrew is very close. Car number 90, Chase Fernandez, he's made his way onto the top of the list. Has received a contact warning, mind. That is that man who is attacking Andrew Douglas for that 2nd position. 35.73 from Ethan Jeff Hall on the last lap. He is just increasing the lead. That is also getting bigger, that gap. Blake Tyser's going for a move over there, the number 36 on Aaron Full. Aaron Full losing a few positions now. He's now down in 5th position at the moment. Correction, 4th position at the moment. The number 47 of Scott Marsh looks like he is in 5th. Let's see as they come from the top bend now down the main straight. Obviously Ethan Tyser has already Ethan Jeff Hall. I'm making names up as I go along now. Ethan Jeff Hall with his incredible 2.8 second lead. He's got this one in the bag even with 5 seconds remaining. The 36 of Blake Tyshurst in 2nd position at the moment. Scott Marsh, number 47, with a contact warning. Everybody with a contact warning in a minute, but there we go. Everyone's excited, but here we go. Let's see what we get. The number 14 there, darting down the inside. As the 2nd place all comes through. A little mix up there. It's 36, followed by 4, followed by 90, followed by the 1st man out there at the moment, Scott Marsh, number 47, 35.53. Down the inside, and a very strong battle there between 47 and 90. Quite an aggressive move there, but managing to get in front. Scott Marsh ahead of Chase Fernandez. We'll see what comes out of that one. Obviously Scott Marsh has got to be careful that he's already received a contact warning today. What will happen now? Scott Marsh now in 4th position. Ethan Jeff Hall with a 3.3 second lead. Still with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go, plus the lap. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we shall keep tabs on what's going on. And yes, Scott Marsh for that aggressive overtake on Chase Fernandez has received a 2nd contact warning on that one. He has got to be careful whilst he's out there anymore. Can get penalised for it. He doesn't want to do that to ruin his day on the mini-match final, but he is up into 4th position at the moment. Kart 90. Chase Fernandez just stepping back a little bit, trying to stay out of the aggressive move. Ethan Jeff Hall just walking away there at the moment. The number 36 of Blake Tyshurst in 3rd. He does have Andrew Douglas right on his tail and Scott Marsh behind him. The number 77, Charles Green, getting a contact warning. He's down in 9th position at the moment. Oh, contact warnings coming from here, there and everywhere. Number 77 in a pack of 5 at the moment. As there's a few overtakes made down at the bottom. Number 42, currently ahead of the pack, Ewan Charman. But there it is, Blake Tyshurst trying to close that gap on Ethan Jeff Hall, who is incredibly, and they ain't just leaving, going past a pit lane exit, but he's actually in the kink at the moment. Currently that gap is getting bigger and bigger, over 3.5 seconds now. Ethan got his head down from the beginning, it helped, he was on pole. Nevertheless, let's see what happens later on. Scott Marsh currently still with the fastest lap, and he is at the back of a pack of 3. Let's see if Chase Fernandez will get any closer to this pack of 3 as the number, well, yet again, the same corner where he's had contact before. It's been very touchy again. Scott Marsh on number 4, overtaken. He's now up into the top 3. Nevertheless, an aggressive drive from Scott Marsh there, but he is up into 3rd position for what we are watching up here. Blake Ticehurst is his next target. What will happen? Scott Marsh really trying to get into the top lot, but unfortunately Ethan Jeff Hall is 3 seconds away from him, and I don't think that is going to close anytime soon. Less than a minute to go on the clock. Try and close a 3.7 gap. I think for that to happen there needs to be a serious mistake by some. Nevertheless, let's continue on watching the battle between 36 and 47. As we keep going around the circuit through 3 buttons and up to the top corner. Who will be out in front? And I put my head down for 1 second to look at timing, and there he is, Scott Marsh ahead. He's in 2nd now. What will we see? Will he be able to try and close the gap? 20 seconds left on the clock. There is only a few laps left of this race. I'm sure Blake Ticehurst wants to try and attack and get that 2nd position back. Chase Fernandez still cruising in 5th position right now. Let's see where he is. Catching up with the number 4 of Andrew Douglas. Got 4 in 4th position. But Ethan Jeff Hall get the marshals with the blue flags out for the back markers there. Which at the moment the back markers is Emily Ackett and George Spilsbury.